Happy New Year, everyone. I wish for your new year 2026 to be a year of perfect health, growth, expansion, and prosperity for you, the leader, the executive, for just the human, for your team, and for your organization. It's a joy for me to be able to connect with you again as we're starting this new year. Really wish you everything and above all else, perfect health. I deeply believe that if you're in great health, you can achieve whatever mandate, role, or assignment you have in 2026. Already 6 days have passed. Have you noticed? Already 6 days, almost a week is gone. How are things starting up for you in this new year? How are you starting off for you, your team, the organization, the goal, the mandate that is yours? And some people are already feeling the heat, feeling the uncertainty, feeling the complexity, feeling the fast pace. I'm curious as you're watching this, what are you noticing as you're starting the year? What plan do you have? Do you have a plan to ensure 2026 is a success for you and for your team? I hope the answer is yes. And if you have a plan, how certain, how sure are you that the plan will yield the results needed for your sponsor, for your leadership, for the board to be happy with what you do? If there is some uncertainty, I want in this video to share some things that can help you bulletproof your plan for 2026. A lot of leaders, I say we are just 6 days, about a week into the new year, and there's a lot of leaders who definitely are not sure. They have an idea, a vague vision of what will happen this year, and the problem is 20 to 30% of leaders, they start the year with that vague, well, I have an idea of what we will do. And it is just until see around the end of Q1 when they are reporting to the board that they notice maybe the vision wasn't clear or there's some struggle with execution and they are not really sure of what is the key priority. Is it a wise strategy to launch into a new year, to start that new role, to get on that new mandate with hope strategy? In this video, I will share three things that you can leverage to check and stress test your mandate, your plan, or your roadmap. And if you're watching this and you don't have a plan, please stop, take the time, reflect, and think of what you want to do and what you can put in place, because hope strategy may not be the best way to secure your job, your revenue for you and your team. And if you don't have a plan, well, below the video right now, I'm live. So after I'll be live, I'll ensure myself or my team, we add the link to the assessment so that you can go and check your plan. So I want to share quickly three things that can help you really bulletproof your plan. And essentially, I have noticed coaching leaders that a lot of people really lean heavily on hope. Well, I hope I have an idea. If you take the assessment, we are gonna add in couple minutes, maximum in an hour, you will have a link to take a free assessment to check how solid your plan is. Um, and there are some who are watching this video, they don't even have a plan. Please stop. It will be a pleasure to help offer you a laser coaching to just go and check, move from the thing, the vision you have, and the actions you can take. You cannot afford to just start the new year hoping that things will take their place, that priority will be set, that the key people you need to succeed will just show up. It is possible for you, despite the uncertainty, the fast pace, the vehicle world, the lack of trust and everything going on. It is still possible to be clear on the essential things that your key sponsor, that your stakeholders need. And when you're clear on that essential thing. One will call them the big rock for the year, but also the big rock of Q1. When you're clear on what it is, who are the key people, what plan to make that happen. So I'm sharing, I say my promise in today's video is to share 3 gates that you can use to ensure successful reporting of progress no matter what is going on in the world, in your industry, in your team, no matter what, those 3 gatekeepers can help you. Judith, can you get those slides started? Yes. So I don't want you to pay the uncertainty tax. You have assets, you could have clarity. And I feel like talking now to the HR people paying for coaching, investing to ensure that their leaders get the results they have to for the year to be successful. Imagine if by the time you end Q1, you can clearly see we have put this much money on leadership development, on coaching to really support our leaders. And this is the output, this is the growth, this is the revenue, these are the achievements. Wouldn't it be great? I think it'll be great. And I want to share in the video how it is possible. And by the way, in about 7 days, a group of leaders will be starting in the journey. Before talking about, we'll talk some more about them in a couple minutes. Right now, I want to start by ask you. I said I want to offer 3 gates on how to have that clarity. But before offering something, I really want to take some time, look at you in the eye, and say, between you and I, um, what are you starting your year with? Well, just yesterday when I resumed walking and coaching, already some people are feeling the heat because they ended the year maybe on a poor note. So there's already the pressure to perform because last quarter, the last month didn't end well. And with what is happening, the uncertainty in the markets, they are already feeling the pressure. I definitely need to win in Q1. Should it else, I might be obliged to see things to reduce, to cut, to put some people on performance improvement. Is it the case for you? I also had a chance during the holiday time to talk to some people who got their new job. Congratulations if you're watching this, Michelle. Congratulations, and all of you who got promoted at the end of last year. So, talking particularly to you in that situation, you got a new job, new organization, new team. What are you going to put in place? What do you already have? What is your strategy to ensure that by the end of your first 90 days, first 100 days, it's a success story? You can demonstrate progress, not just with I think, I feel, but having solid data to show it is possible. And the 3 gates, the 3 things I offer in this video are the following that can really help you tell that story. It is possible to really, despite all the uncertainty and the complexity, to have some data. It is essential even to know the data attached to your mandate, to know how much money, how much progress, how many applications, get your data locked down for your mandate in 2026. How much are we talking about? How long, what percentage? Get your numbers down. If you're watching this, get clear, because when you know your number, you know what you can track. So as we're starting the new year, okay, well, Judith, I'm just doing support. But how is your support measured by your leadership, by the people you report to, by your sponsor? Even if you are in a supporting role, an executive in a supportive role, get clear on the numbers. That's 1 gate. Lock down your numbers. And with the numbers, get clear on the key stakeholders. One thing I see again and again and again as I do coaching, well, I and my team, we have to deliver, to create, to do this and that. But it's like the leader and their team, they're clear on what they want to do. But how about alignment? What about alignment? So lock down your number with the key people who will check that, yes, this is the number we want. This is the turnover. This is the percentage. So that's one thing I invite you as you're starting this year. How much are we talking about? Who are the key people who validate that how much? That's one number I invite you, that lockdown I want you to reflect and get clear on. The next thing, when you're clear on what, how much, and who are the key people, do you have a plan to make that happen? Sometimes I'll hear, well, Judy, things are changing. We are agile and we will figure out. Great mindset. How about having a plan, a roadmap, a milestones where people can clearly see who is doing what by when, and this is how we measure progress. This is the routine we have in place to ensure we are making progress. When it is just an idea in your head, how does your team know? How do you track what they're doing? And how do you report to your own leadership of that progress? It is good to have that roadmap, key milestones, dates and times, lead measure, and a routine, something, a ceremony to track the progress. It is what I call here um, the execution cadence. I even like to say execution and learning, because it is true environment, things change. We are in a virtual world. You've heard me talk about that a lot. You need to switch and adapt. But even as you switch and adapt, there needs to be who does what by when, and how do we measure progress with this plan. That's the lockdown of execution. This is how we will execute that number to satisfy the key stakeholders we talk in the lockdown. Number one. The third one is really essential, the sponsor sign off, the key, satisfy the stakeholders. I said, I've noticed a lot of leaders can get clear. Okay, my assignment, my remit, I and my team, we are developing application, we are growing, we are expanding, we are going 50% more. Good. Do you have the sign up? Do you have the yes? Who is your, sometimes they'll say, well, my manager knows. Okay, they know, that have they signed up? Have they said this is really what I want to see for the next 12 months, the next 3 years, the next 3 months? It is good to have that handshake to avoid putting energy, time, and money with your team just to be told, not exactly what I thought. And it is really essential as we're starting the year, we're starting with Q1, we're starting, this is the first month of the year, to really take the time to lock down that alignment with the key stakeholders. So these are the three things I wanted to offer. I don't know, like a lot of people start the new year with wishes, with to-do lists, with an idea, a vision, a vague. These three gates that I'm offering can help you really lock down, or at least check, because at the end of Q1, if you can talk, if you can report on the number, we were in charge of this many million, we were in charge of this many key application, we were in charge to reduce, to increase by this many percentage, and after 3 months this is the progress we have made. This is concrete, this is data, and the data that has been validated, sign off with gate number three, which is the sponsors, those who actually validate, yes, you did. It is what we wanted, and we are seeing the progress. Isn't it better? A better story to tell, or a better place to be if you can report 90 days from now. When we started 2026, I was put in charge of this team, responsible for this P&L and this number, and 3 months in, this is how, this is the variance, this is the growth, this is how much we achieve, this is a percentage. And I want to encourage you, if you are a leader, if you're watching this, and as you're starting the year, to really get clear on the number. What are you responsible to create? Numbers, financial percentages. Get clear on that number. Get clear on the key people who will confirm those are the right numbers, and get clear on what they need to see. When you're clear, have that plan, that roadmap, that milestones, who does what by when, and this is how we measure progress. And these are the ceremonies we will put in place to check the progress and keep that alignment with the key sponsors. And it is because I have seen time and time again how such an approach, talking, reporting with numbers, with in alignment with the key stakeholders and the impact it makes, how it helps keep politics away, or how it helps tell a story that people want to listen to, because the story, the reporting is not based on how you feel, but there's data telling the story of progress. There's data showing that you've made some progress in the last 3 months, in the last quarter. It makes your QBR reporting much better. That's why we developed the executive protocol. And as I said at the beginning, in exactly 7 days, there's a select group of executives who will be starting that protocol. These are people from various industry. We have people from banking, from telecom, from technology, from energy, from higher education. And in the next 12 weeks, they will go through a process that guarantees reporting evidence with data. And by the end of month one, they will get clear, as I talked about, on the key thing that needs to happen for 2026 to be a success for them. And it will be a joy for me sharing how a founder, an entrepreneur, gets clarity. It will be a joy sharing how a VP at the VP level, the type of things they struggle with, and how they manage to get clarity, to have that roadmap, to establish these milestones, and how by month two they have a cadence and execution and learning way to execute, learn, improve, execute, learn, and improve, to start to gather the data that will allow them to tell that story. If you are watching this and the year is starting, Jude, I hear you, but I'm really not sure. You can still get in. As I say, I'm live, so after I'm gonna add a link to check the free mandate. I can allow you to test your plan. If you feel you have a plan, great, good job having starting with a plan. So you would use the assessment to test how readiness, if there are some blind spots or things that you can solidify in your plan. The test is free, will be added before the end of the day. And if you don't have a plan and you feel like, oh, it might be good to be part of this group of people, I'm also going to add a link for you to join. Just few days before we start, and only couple spots left. At the end of the day, we are starting a new year with a lot of hope. We want it to be a successful year, and it is possible for you watching this to have a successful year. You know, so they are not sure. To be sure, feel free. Either you can use the assessment to stress to check your plan, or you can decide to join the cohort of the people. I said in the cohort, we have people from banking, from telecommunication, from energy, from higher education. It shows that it is not something industry just attached to one industry. No matter the industry, it is possible for you to have something to report with evidence every 90 days, every quarter. Imagine knowing, going for each of your QBR, having a positive story back with numbers, with evidence, and align with the handshake of the key people who are supposed to evaluate your performance is good. It is good to go in that QBR, not shaky, afraid of what you will report, but knowing, looking forward to share that progress story, because even before going into that QBO, you know your sponsor. They saw your number, they validated it's what they wanted to see, and you have demonstrated that. It's what we do in the executive protocol. And if you're watching this and sounds good, and you want to hear more about this code, I'm so looking forward to starting the diary next week, because I want to share with you the progress. And it will be shared in a way that, depending on your role, on your industry, you will hear about the challenges at your level and how the protocol helps them get the clarity, move forward, how they actually leverage the operating system, as I call it, to move forward. Clarity, execution, alignment with stakeholders, so that no matter the ambiguity, no matter the unknown, no matter what is happening in the market, they make progress on the key things that they need to demonstrate to show success, to show advancement. Again, as I say, backed up with data. They're not going to come to the QBO saying, oh, I feel I and my team. No, no, no. It's all about looking for clear data backed up by the key people that matter. So if you're interested in learning more, in following their journey, in the next 12 weeks, you would hear about how they're doing it. By the end of month one, you will see how, no matter your industry, no matter your executive level, you can get clarity. Looking at what is happening with those people in banking, in telecom, in energy. By month two, you will hear about how they put it in place, how they manage to create for them and their team a cadence for execution, learning, and generating data that they will use to make that report in month three. And in month three, you will see the beautiful dashboard, the beautiful data they've been able to gather to tell the story of progress. You can hear in my voice, I can't wait to get started. And if you're watching this, you that are part of the court, I feel so enthusiastic, so looking forward to go through that journey with you. If you are interested, still a spot, couple spot available. So just use the link below to get in. If you are like, I don't need it, I have my plan, I have my strategy, you just want to check if there's no extra blind spot, you can also use the link that will be posted below to access your plan. I am Judith Glory, and it is with great joy that once more I wish you all the best for 2026, and really want to close by saying it is possible, no matter what is going on, for you to have a great year. There's uncertainty, there are things you don't control, but you still are the owner of the remote. And with that remote, what story do you want to tell? You can get clear on the essential and put in place what is necessary to tell and demonstrate that progress every 90 days. Well, if it's your first time watching this video, hearing from me, you can subscribe if you want to hear about the executive diaries. If you like what you see, or if you know someone who might need to connect and hear and learn from the journey of others, feel free to share. As you know, sharing is caring. Looking forward to sharing with you the diary next week. Don't forget, you can use the links that will be provided in couple minutes to access your plan and to bulletproof what you have a strategy to win in 2026. Until next time, bye. Take care.